our last movie review today, I promise. And the last movie review today is this. And the third main topic today is this. So another movie I got around to seeing. Now, this movie, I was pretty confident that I was not going to watch like ever. Pardon me. And that is Where the Crawdads Sing, right? And it's based off of a book, a very well-known book, very popular book. I don't know much about the book. What I can tell you is, going into this, I remember seeing the trailers a couple years ago at CinemaCon or something like that. One of those things. And I remember thinking, wow, this kind of looks creepy and cool, actually. And then I seen another trailer of it later that kind of gave it this like whole love story looking feel. And I was like, that makes more sense. And I was a lot less interested then. So it's, again, a week or so ago, I'm scrolling around on, I believe, Netflix this time is where I seen Where the Crawdads Sing. And I come across it. And I'm like, all right, there it is. And it does the thing where a little piece of it starts playing. And I'm like, damn, this kind of looks good, man. I kind of want to see this. I think I want to see this. So I jump onto the old iPhone and go over to the old Google and get on the old Rotten Tomatoes. And I check out the score for it. And critically, it's like a 32 or 36% or something. And I'm like, but I remember this, I remembered it being received well. I remember seeing so much positive stuff online about it. So I was so confused. So I click in, I go over to the audience reviews. Audience 97%. I'm in. So I watch it. Man, I got to admit, the audience has it right. I'm sure that the majority of those verified reviews on Rotten Tomatoes for Where the Crawdads Sing are people who love the book, read the book, know the book, were waiting for this movie because of the book. And those people are the people that are like, hell yeah, they did everything we wanted them to do from the book. And as a Harry Potter fan and fans of things that are adapted, we all know that it doesn't always turn out that way, right? So really cool that the true fans, which are, the fans of the book, they got what they wanted, and the people that seen it enjoyed it. So again, I was sold, and I watched it, and I think the audience got it right. Now for me, again, this is typically a movie that I would kind of be upside down on and ass backwards, because it does have that mystery, thriller, suspense, but then there's like a hour in there, a chunk in the middle, like the whole second act that's more like probably what The Notebook or something is. I've never seen The Notebook, but it's more like a love romance story thing, and I'm sure that's a big reason why, partly why the book is so big. It seems like a YA, type of a young adult type of book. But yeah, if you haven't seen anything about it, it's a girl. It picks up really quickly with a dead body being found in a marsh. It's a man. There's a young lady who lives out in the marsh, and they immediately accuse her. And we start the movie with her being tracked down, arrested, and taken to trial and be tried for this accusation of murder. And like I said, the setup was cool. And then you get to see some of the stuff that happened in her childhood, and that stuff's a little rough to watch, but it feels so compelling and surreal. It feels like it could happen to somebody, and I think you understand that as a viewer, and it makes it more compelling and makes you be like, damn, this isn't cool, and you sympathize with her a lot more. And then you find out, how she grew up alone, and how the marsh really is her family and her home and all of that stuff, and all that's sad. And then that she's only being tried because the town views her as this parabola that lives out in the freaking marsh. She's like the man thing, basically, right? And yeah, and so you're on her side the whole time too. Then there's a Shyamalan twist at the end, maybe a couple, not maybe not Shyamalan, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and it wraps up. It may wrap up with a bow and all that stuff too. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of the ending just because I didn't expect it. I guess. I mean, I just didn't expect what happened to happen. So I guess that's a good thing too, right? Because usually for me personally, these are things that I could predict is going. Oh, I can see where this is going, or I can see what's going to happen next, or yada 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 yada. And in this case, I didn't really have that. So yeah, yeah, it was a overall and thumbs up, thumbs down world. This is a thumbs up movie as well to me. It sounds a little weird to hear me say that I liked all three of these movies in a row when they all were movies that I kind of avoided and didn't go out and see when they came out. But I did, yeah. As specifically, Don't Worry, Darling. I regret not watching in theaters because I really liked that movie. But also, I will say part of the reason why I watched Where the Crawdads Sang was because I watched Don't Worry, Darling. And it put me in this mood to, I think, be able to accept these different kind of films that I wasn't accepting before. Because I was like, oh, man, but what if it's like Don't Worry, Darling? And so I was like, fuck, all right, I'm going to try the Where the Crawdads Sang thing, just because Don't Worry, Darling had kind of changed my whole tune on the whole thing. But yeah, again, overall, thumbs up, thumbs down world. I like this movie. It does kind of make me interested in the book and curious and how all that worked out. I'm glad audiences love it. And I'm glad to see that it's on Netflix. So if you guys haven't checked it out or had time to, it's up on Netflix. Big holiday break. Go check it out. And if you have checked it out, definitely let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts.